Welcome to another episode of Ask the Attorney. My name is Vivian Bastawros and I'm an attorney in Florida. And today I'm going to talk to you about marijuana. Is it legal? Is it illegal? We live in a very confusing time. It's hard to tell if it's legal or illegal, so I'm going to tell you. The federal government says that marijuana is an illegal substance. What does that mean, really? It means it has a high probability of abuse and no medicinal use. And that's what the federal government says. It's a crime to possess marijuana, to use marijuana, to sell marijuana, to grow marijuana in your backyard. Any kind of marijuana, not just the smokable kind, is illegal according to federal law. Now here's the reason it's confusing. If you live in a state like Florida where I live, you drive down the street, at every corner there is someone with a sign that says, "We sell marijuana." How can they sell marijuana if it's illegal? This I want to explain to you. Federal government says marijuana is illegal. Some states say marijuana for medicinal use is legal. Now remember, state and federal both say you can't use marijuana recreationally, just for fun, just to get high. Illegal everywhere in the United States of America. Some states allow it to be used medicinally. This is the confusing part. According to the federal government, doctors cannot prescribe marijuana, pharmacists cannot dispense marijuana. It's illegal. So how are states doing it? Well, it's the way our government is run. Federal law supersedes state law. However, the federal government cannot force a state to enforce its laws. And that's why states will not arrest you if they have legalized the medicinal use of marijuana. You can still get arrested under federal law. Now that we've cleared that up, any questions? No, because marijuana is illegal in the United States of America. So let's go to what happens if you are caught with marijuana. What if it's not your marijuana? So I'm going to share with you a story that happened to me in college. I never used marijuana. I had no interest in it. I didn't even know what it looks like. My roommate, and we all have roommates in college, enjoyed her marijuana. She was a very nice person, but she enjoyed marijuana. One day, she came into our room that we shared, and she said to me, "Vivian, I'm gonna put my stash of marijuana in the bottom drawer of the dresser inside my closet. Feel free to take whatever you want. I just want you to know where I keep it." And off she went. If you're in college, you know that randomly the RAs will do a search of your room. And they did a search of the room and they found the marijuana. So my question to you today is, am I guilty of possession of marijuana? Let's ask the people.
I feel like if you're like in student housing, it's not really your problem because you guys are both different contracts. So you can't control what another person does because you don't get to pick your roommate. So no, I don't think that you're guilty for it.
I don't think you'll be guilty of possessing it, but if you were to know about it and not say anything, you will be guilty.
Yes, I think you are guilty of using it, even if you do not use marijuana in your room. You should never be around any of that type of stuff because it is not a good influence on yourself.
I think it's all based on free will, because in college you're an adult, so everyone should be based on what they do. So if my friend does possess marijuana, I will tell them, I will lead them in the right way, but I would still tell them, like, I'm not gonna be part of it because I don't accept that it's be in my room. But other than that, I think that I should not be punished for what someone else does.
Well, if you know something is bad, you should, refer to the people that, refer to somebody that, there's something bad going on and call security, or you shouldn't be roommating anyway with them.
The answer to the question is, I am guilty of possession of marijuana. How could that be possible? It's based on the law. Just because I am not holding the marijuana doesn't mean I'm not in possession of marijuana. The law says possession means actual or constructive possession. Actual constructive, easy. You're caught smoking some marijuana, you've got it in your pocket, you've got it in your bag. That's actual possession. What's constructive possession? And I want to read this to make sure you understand. Two things, knowledge and control. Did I have knowledge of there being marijuana in my room? Yes. And the bottom drawer of the dresser inside the closet. Did I have control over that marijuana? Yes. Because she said I could take whatever I wanted, and it's not locked up. The closet's not even closed. I have access to it. Knowledge and control equals possession of marijuana, and I have never even touched it. This is why I'm bringing this to your attention today, because youth today don't understand the concept of constructive possession. They just think, I didn't do anything wrong. How could I get in trouble? Another scenario. This is very recent. Very recently, a high school for the gifted randomly had drug-detecting dogs go through a parking lot of the students' cars and lockers. The students were not told. If you go to school, you know it's public property and they can search whenever they want. And that's what they did. They took the dogs through, and 6 students got expelled. 6 gifted students had their futures ruined. Some had marijuana, some had vaping. You could get expelled for vaping. And some had different forms of marijuana, like brownie marijuana. Didn't matter. Dogs found it, children expelled from the gifted school. You have to watch out for that. Okay. Now, what I want to explain to you is the non-criminal consequences of smoking marijuana. In Florida, you could lose your driver's license. You won't be able to go to college because you can't drive. You will be subject to random drug testing. They will run your life. You will not be eligible for government benefits. Throw away your Bright Futures scholarship. You will never be able to apply for a job without having to confess that you've been found guilty of possessing marijuana. I don't even want to tell you how serious the penalties are for the sale of marijuana, trafficking illegal drugs, or growing marijuana. Possessing marijuana is a misdemeanor. As we've discussed before, if you are found guilty of a misdemeanor, you can get up to 1 year in jail. Growing marijuana is a felony. You can get over 1 year in prison. You're not even going to be in jail. If you're in jail, you're local, your parents can visit you, you have a chance. If you're in prison, it's over. Okay? The most important thing to remember is that the damage you're going to do to your reputation, you will never get back. Fortunately for me, because I was a good student, because I was never in trouble before, and the RA knew me at college, I did not get in trouble for the marijuana that my roommate had in our room. My roommate did get expelled. I want you to remember a couple of other things. You're driving with somebody and they have marijuana in their glove compartment. Remember, it's knowledge and control. If you didn't know that the marijuana is in the glove compartment, you can say you didn't know and you're not in possession. That's really nice and everything, but guess what? You already got arrested and you already have a record. The arrest does not go away, even if they find out you did nothing wrong. You're driving in your car and you have marijuana. You get stopped for a ticket, you throw the marijuana underneath your chair. They find it. You're in possession of marijuana. The person sitting next to you, because it was under your chair, maybe not in possession of marijuana, but will get arrested and will have that on their record even if nothing comes from it. The damage you will do to your reputation is not worth it. Marijuana is an illegal drug in the United States of America, including medicinal marijuana. Don't do it. Thank you.